Life is but a dream to me, that ain't a phrase. I used to compromise, but now I ain't afraid. I'm barely 24, I'm glad I made it to it. My first girl, never seen a 6th grade. So be grateful for their life, some people struggle for it. Some will turn against their family, kill their brothers for it.
Welcome back to the Wende Neen Show. I am your host, Wende Neen. Yay! Welcome to 2016. Very first episode of the Wende Neen Show. And I have a great guest who's coming back and visiting us. Everybody know him. If you don't know him, you're going to get to know him today. And that would be King Blitz. Welcome to the stage.
Every single day somebody dying on some bullshit. Every single day somebody lying at the pulpit. But they wanna speak on your appearance, they don't see the plan. If you ask me, these niggas worry about the wrong thing. Look, my brother
Wende Neen Show over this thing.
I know how it goes.
Cause you know I'm right.
What is up?
Man, no complaints.
That is good. That is good.
God is good.
Welcome back to the show.
And I'm happy to be back. What's it make, 3?
It's been 3.
3P.
Yes, it has.
3P.
But that's because you keep accomplishing so much.
I appreciate
We have
that.
to keep bringing you back to talk about it.
I appreciate it.
All right, there is a lot that you have been into. One thing is memories.
Yes, ma'am.
And the song that we were just hearing, Wrong Thing. You know that's my favorite, right?
Yeah, I found out right before I got it. I pulled up and she was bumping it.
Oh,
Literally.
That is the one. I like that.
I really
but
appreciate that.
it sounds like so much in there that's so deep.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I mean, there's so many things that kind of stand out. One, when you talk about your first girl leaving here before the 6th grade.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, you know, it was a situation where, first off, I got bullied in a relationship. Like, shorty just like, yo, you gonna be my boyfriend, right? So that's how that popped off. But, you know, we had a pretty cool relationship at the time. It's elementary, of course. And right when we was on the verge of breaking up, man, sadly enough, she ended up drowning.
Wow.
Yeah, so she ended up losing her life to, you know, drowning or whatever the case may be. So that really left a mark on me around that time. I didn't even make the funeral simply because, of course, I couldn't even stand it, you know, the thought of it. So yeah.
How long had you all been together?
We was only together for, you know, maybe like 2 or 3 months. Yeah, that ain't nothing too crazy. But you know, when you a kid, you know, elementary, that's like 2 months, is like 2 years.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wow. So what type of impact did that have on you? I mean, you still think about it? Well, obviously you put it in the song.
Yeah, I mean, well, it just made me value life more. Because I remember a time where I actually made it to the 6th grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now we live in a time where 12-year-olds are getting killed.
Right.
You know, for any reason. So it definitely resonated with me, definitely since I have children of my own. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it definitely, it gets to me in certain type of ways, you know, just basically, just living everyday life, man. It definitely make you appreciate everything, you know? Yeah, so.
You mentioned also in there making it to the age of 24. Did you ever have any doubts?
Yes.
Wow.
I had doubts. You know, it was a lot of things factored in that. Family, you know, society, TV, all of those things of that nature. And then some of the people I grew up with, of course, didn't make it to even 18, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, hearing things like if I travel to New York, I ain't gonna make it back alive, you know, all these different type of things I was hearing. So it definitely, you know, I'm blessed to be 24, about to be 25 this year, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You also mentioned something about cancer in the song. What's that all about?
Man, my brother, you know what I'm saying, my manager / my brother above all, he approached me a year back or whatever. He had survived, he was, you know, just surviving cancer, whatever the case may be. He approached me for the music thing as far as management. And he ran me a story, man, and the story was just amazing. I was like, yo, I gotta put that in there, you know what I mean? Just to show, you know, pay homage, you know, not only to him, but just the cause in general, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how you can just kind of put all of that. You went very, very far in the past and then kind of brought it home in what your current situation you got going on.
Because life just repeats itself.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you know that.
Yes.
Like, everything, snapbacks used to be popular, went to back, now they back, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Everything goes around, comes all the way back around, as they say.
Yeah, but Wrong Things was just, you know, about you know, just me trying to be me in society, but everybody else trying to tell me I'm supposed to be this way. You're supposed to think this way. You're supposed to act that way. And it's like, nah, y'all worried about the wrong thing. Like, let's worry about the future. You don't see the future when you see me. All you see is a black dude with a cap on, with a, you know what I mean? Right. But you don't see the music. You don't see the struggle. You don't see the kids. You don't see the fam. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
You also mentioned something in there about the pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
What's that about?
Well, pretty much it's like, you know, like I was just mentioning, it's all different types of wrong out here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We got, and I wasn't necessarily just trying to aim at the pulpit. It was just like, you know, every day we got people lying, you know, on the pulpit. You know, we got people dying to sorry, excuse my French, but bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're really necessarily trying to hint necessarily at the pulpit or the church or anything, but it definitely was, you know, I felt it was necessary.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think the people in the pulpit kind of come up with their own stories in terms of to get us to do this or that, and more so obviously money?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of see it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like over the years, tradition conditioned us to be a certain type of way, or to be in church, sit down a certain type of way, stand up. But it's like, how can you tell me to stay interested in something I'm not interested in?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, how can you force me to actually, okay, I believe you when I genuinely don't? You know what I mean? So it's all these different questions that pose and things of that nature. But me personally, I found God without having to be physically in church, without having to physically listen to a preacher and things of that nature. Not saying it's not necessary, but I'm just saying, you know, I found God in,
to their own.
Yeah, you know.
Whatever they decide. But one of the things that I see is a lot of the teachings that are supposed to go on from the pulpit is more so on getting you to give. And even something as simple as saying, well, come as you are. Well, we come as we are, and we may be dressed down completely, but why is the minister still standing up there with $1,000 shirts?
And that was my issue. It's just like, you know, this is my problem with it. I'm finna pray for everybody in the church and call to the pulpit. I see this person falling out, you lay hands on him, he falling out, but then you lay hands on me, I'm standing up because I don't feel what they feeling. But then you looking at me like, oh, it's an extra demon in him. We gotta cast this extra. It's like, no, bro, I'm just not finna follow these same trends. Like, I'm not feeling that, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much it.
Absolutely. All right, so you are a new daddy. Congratulations, it's certainly in order.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
Man, it's amazing. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, cliche, I used to be one of them people like, man, you know, everybody had kids, but brush change your life. Like, man. But when you have your baby, it's like, man. Like, wow, like, this came from me? Yeah, it's amazing. It's a really amazing feeling. And I actually made my manager, DJ, the Godfather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's a Godfather, yeah.
Okay. One of the things that I noticed, and you don't hear it a lot, obviously coming from the father, always the mother is very excited, you know, she's experiencing it all, but when I follow you on social media and I listen to some of your tweets and postings, you were really into this thing. I mean, it got you, it took you to a whole nother level of what I call love.
Yes. I mean, for me, it was just, you know, everybody grew up a certain type of way. Everybody got their own problems and things of that nature. But for me, my biggest fear for my children was always being a bad father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest fears I got to date, just for my son and my daughter to, you know, distance themselves for whatever reason. You know, I never want that to happen. I can't even talk about that. I'm finna get emotional. Can't even talk about that. I'm over here.
Okay. I got the tissue here ready for you.
Yeah, but for real, it's a real fear of mine to be a bad father.
Yeah.
That's a real fear.
Wow. Okay. So you had a little girl, right?
Yes, my Katie Ali Boo Boo.
Hi, Katie.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Hope you're watching. So, tell me, when you found out it was a girl, because I know a lot of guys, they want a son, but you ended up with a little girl. So, how did that make you feel, and did you change your direction in terms of how you're going to be as a father? What were your thoughts for this all the way down the road?
First off, it was like a smack in the face from my music.
I can imagine.
It was just like, okay, I can't be talking about that, can't be talking about this. For me, I don't know. You know, it was something I guess I wasn't really leaning on boy or girl. It was more so I just want my baby. You know what I mean? And then before we had Katie, we actually experienced a miscarriage. You know, we had a miscarriage. So after that, it was just like, man. And before that happened, before the miscarriage, my girl kept saying, "Yo, I want a girl. I want a girl." Then the miscarriage happened. So of course we got discouraged. And then we found out this was a girl, and it was just, man, like.
Wow.
And so the approach, I can't say it was too different, you know, as far as, you know, if it would be for my son or my daughter, it definitely just make me more aware of how I treat women in general.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So are you going to change your lyrics?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what advice with the way society is nowadays, obviously she'll be growing up in this world, what advice would you give her?
Morals.
Okay.
Have morals about yourself.
Right.
No right and wrong, you know what I mean? And that's another thing as a father, you know, parents tend to force a child into a way of thinking. I want to be able to give my children options, but the morals is in the back of their head, you know what I mean? So whether they do anything, they thinking, well, my dad had this conversation with me. What do I really want to do? I know the right and the wrong. What should I do? You know what I mean? Whether it's right or wrong, they got to experience it. But definitely want them to have morals above anything.
So let's think about, let's fast forward 12 years from now.
Whoop, whoop.
And she goes back, obviously with the internet and all that available, and she finds a song and she's like, "Daddy, what does that mean? Look what you said." What are you going to say to her about that?
I'm human.
That's a good one.
I'm human.
You
like,
are?
You know, I'm human. Like, I don't make the best decisions in life. I haven't made the best decisions in life, I'll say that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I went through a phase to get to where I'm at now to where I can teach you, you know, for you to actually go back and listen to ask me about those, you know?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, eventually when we're doing this fast forwarding, there's going to be the prom.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a
Stop.
Daddy, I want to go to the movies with dude. You already know.
No.
Are you ready for that?
No. I ain't even gonna lie to you about that. No. No. I don't think I'm gonna be overbearing or overprotective, but you know, you're a mom. You know how that.
I definitely know.
I think it'd be more like, I gotta let you do it because you are old enough, but still, I wish you would just stay in your room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. I definitely can relate, but that will be interesting. And hopefully we can get her on the show one day.
Yeah, she will be.
Think she's gonna do music?
I don't know. I hope. You know, her mom, she a singer. She
Really?
She traveled the world. She done performed in front of everybody. You name it. She done performed in front of halftime shows. She done performed for, you know, she done performed alongside Chris Brown before.
No way.
Man, they're serious.
Well, the talent is certainly there.
Yeah, it's serious. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Now let me ask you this: for wrong, aren't you on the keys?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. That's what I thought. I wanted to make sure. Wrong thing. That is Blitz on the keys.
Yeah.
I remember you did a little something a while back too, a little sample where you were on the keys.
Yeah.
You know I like that.
I appreciate
I
that.
always tell you.
Shout out to E.T. Major because he was there that last time.
Exactly.
So, hey,
What is Major up to?
Hey, you know he went back to D.C. to be with his fans.
No
yeah,
way.
He's doing pretty good. Yeah.
We miss you, Major.
Yeah, he's still working. I know he's still working. Every time we talk, he definitely keep me up to date with what's going on. So yeah, he's still working.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what you got going on in the future.
In the future, honestly, it's just God will. I can tell you, you know, I got projects, you know, I don't even know if I want to say it, but you know, I definitely got everything lined up for this year as far as in terms of projects I want to release. The biggest thing right now is just getting Memories, the deluxe version, off the ground. And after that, me and Red Diamonds, we just dropped our first episode of Uncut Carrots, which is pretty much a behind the scenes of, you know, Red Diamonds and how we got started and things of that nature.
Right.
We also dropping, I believe, another web series. Forgive me, manager. I believe we dropping another web series, but you know it's a little premature right now. Then on top of that, we're doing a lot of we trying to get into doing a lot of community work. And one of my biggest things I was explaining to my manager is I don't want to create an organization geared towards a specific cause. You know, not geared towards specifically cancer or, you know, homeless or whatever the case may be. I pretty much just want to do random acts of kindness. Whether it's I'm able to pay somebody rent this month, whether I'm able to, you know, get somebody diapers or whatever, and we just summed it up as rap. we want to make racks, which is random acts of kindness. So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, anything that we can do, certainly.
Of course.
Let me know.
Of
Wende Neen
course.
Show would love to get involved with it.
Of course, I appreciate that.
Are you doing any gigs anytime soon, or
Well,
audience out there can check you out?
well, you know, I'm trying to re-innovate the way music is released. I'm doing shows. I definitely got things planned in the future, but being an independent artist, you get taken advantage a lot of. So right now, I'm just going through the phase of, you know, trying to do it ourselves. You know, our team, we trying to do it ourselves. Like last year, we put together a total of 4 events, I want to say. I could be wrong. It could be a little bit more than that, but we put together 4 events to where we was actually headlining and things of that nature. So I want to get towards that way of doing shows as opposed to paying somebody $150, get on stage for 4 minutes. They don't care about nothing you got going on, send you off, now you out of $150 for nothing. You know, so yeah.
So tell everyone out there in the Wende Neen Show audience how they can follow you, how they can hear memories, all that good stuff.
Google King Blitz. I'm not gonna give you a website. I want you to Google King Blitz, and the very first page to the third, all me. From the Instagram to the Facebook to the website to the SoundCloud, everything. Just Google King Blitz. KingBlitz.net is on the way. Be patient.
All right, well, I want to close this out with Wrong Thing.
Wrong Thing.
Again. Why? Because it's my favorite.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
But definitely thank you again,
man,
for coming to the Wende Neen
you.
Show.
It's a pleasure.
And we definitely will do this again, of
course.
course.
Of course.
And again, congratulations on the little one.
Same to you. Oh, not the little one. I thought you were saying congratulations. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, I know I didn't have a little one, do I? No.
Nah.
All right, just one more thing before we close. You mentioned your management. This is something new. So you want to tell us a little bit about your management?
Red Diamonds Management. Pretty much how they came about. It initially started, I had did a show for Battlegrounds, and I had met up with this artist named Breezy Castillo. And he's on the roster. He was on there before me. And pretty much we were just, you know, hanging out, kicking it at that time at that show, or whatever the case may be. But it wasn't until later on that one of the PRs on the team reached out to me via social media. It was like, yo, you need to join Red Diamonds, this and the third. And I'm just like, man, this is perfect time. And I was asking God to send me a team. And then my manager reached out to me, and it was just from there, you know, so yeah.
Oh, awesome. Shout out to Red Diamonds Management.
R.E.D.
Shout out to DJ. All right. This is how we do it. It is what it is. It is done. Until next time, au revoir. Deuces.
You see eye to eye. You ain't even stress a nigga for the dotted line. Crazy how we take this life for granted, we don't add it up. Now you know nobody seem to care but they're seeing time. I ain't here to judge, no I ain't the judge. But they wanna go pull out my file, tell me who I was, tell me how to think. All my life try to shove me up. Now you understand why I'm saying I don't give a fuck. Every single day somebody try to get some bullshit. Every single day somebody lying at the pulpit. But they never stay around kids, they don't see the plan. If you wax me, you niggas worry about the wrong
Hey.
These niggas worry about the wrong time.
Wende Neen.
Yeah.
That's me.
Hey.
What?
Remix.